The Power of Your Past, The Art of Recalling, Recasting, and Reclaiming. Written by John P. Schuster. Narrated by Gregg A. Rizzo. Preface. I got used to her laugh by being around it all the time. My friends would remind me how special it was. Wow, that is one great laugh your mom has. What it carried was joy to the max. It both created and was carried by a big happy bandwidth. Rita was a small person, but she had a set of overcapacity drill sergeant lungs. When she was on her deathbed at age 92, I heard what was left of her laugh in her diminished state. She had kept the laugh and its roots, the stance toward life of finding the fun everywhere, until the end of her days. I had my last hour with Mom on her last full day of partial consciousness. She'd fade in and out some, but she knew me and my two sisters, and we spent the day holding her hand and conversing. In my last hour with her alone, I pulled out my guitar and played and sang. I had heard that music soothes the dying. After one song, she surprised me with a very clear, "That was a good performance," the last words she ever spoke to me. It occurred to me while holding her hand to go over the memories that she had cherished all her life and told and retold, often from different angles, one last time. These memories had become one of her life's sources of joy and meaning. I said things like, "Remember that huge windstorm up in Wisconsin at Bud's house? We cut through 4 trees the next day just to get your car out of the driveway." I recalled a memory of her recalling memories. "Remember you and Dorothy and Helen, her sisters, sitting on the porch in Iowa under the stars, telling stories about the Cunninghams' life on the farm? Remember the time Dorothy jumped onto the fat bull snake, barefoot? Remember?" She kept smiling and nodding, her eyes still sparkling. I did in that last hour what I had learned from her. I harvested her past in a final sweep of rich memories. We relished the stories of her life with her husband, Paul, and her siblings. Very soon after we had reviewed the constellation of images that made up her interior world and brought her life to laugh, she went out of consciousness. Why this book? Rita would like it that she helped to inspire a book about making our yesterdays a resource that we can call upon now and in our uncertain, full of possibilities future. In addition to having been her son, I am a father and grandpa, an author, a teacher of executive coaching, and a mentor to leaders. I live in the Midwest and the East, was born in rural Iowa like Rita, and worked in leadership development with corporations, nonprofits, and government for over 30 years. This book was born out of that work and study. I noticed early on how well most effective people had...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?